welcome to the game where it's not just about finding the right answer, it's about finding the best answer that counts. We've got 4 contestants ready to play. They are Zach, Claire, John and Janet. Only one will make it through to the final and prove themselves unbeatable. The first round is the Moneymaker. This is where our contestants can build some cash. This is important for 2 reasons. The top earner, they secure the advantage in the next round, plus the more cash banked, the bigger the pot to play for in the final. Finding the unbeatable answer is the best way to rack up those pounds. First up, let's meet Zach. Hi, Zach.
Hello.
Where are you from?
Originally from Larne, Northern Ireland, now living in Newcastle upon Tyne.
Oh, brilliant. What do you do there for a living?
I'm a police officer.
Oh, crikey. Busy then. Busy.
All the time.
I can imagine, yeah. Any other interests away from work?
I'm very sporty. I'm into my rugby, but golf is a more recent thing because I'm slowly turning into my dad.
Yeah, aren't we all, mate?
Very much so.
Who's at home cheering you on today?
Girlfriend Hayley, and she'll be sitting with the dog, and family will be watching as well back at Northern Ireland.
And if you won some money, Zach, what would you spend it on, mate?
I think Hayley and I will be going to Croatia with any luck, and I'd quite like to build a little utility room / man cave in the new garage.
Talk me through your man cave, Zach.
Pool table, nice bar in the corner, large TV for any football that we can imagine.
It's the dream, isn't it?
It is.
I love it. Men and sheds. What's wrong with us? Right. Here is how the Money Maker works. You'll have 3 starter questions. Each correct answer is worth £100. And keep an eye on all those answers because they're all related. I'll bring them back at the end for your unbeatable question. And at home, keep an eye on those, see if you can work out what connects them all. Here is your first Money Maker question. When 2 people share the cost of a restaurant bill, they are said to be going what? Greek or Dutch?
Going Dutch.
Going Dutch for £100. Let's find out. Yeah, there you go. OK, that's £100. Let's get your next one. Which of these is a name often given to high-ranking officials in the civil service? Persian or Mandarin?
I've never heard of either of those terms, so I'm going to have a stab at Persian.
Persian. Let's find out for another £100. Ooh, Mandarin was the answer. OK, let's see if we can do better on this one. Which of these is one of the most common types of massage treatments? Swedish or Danish?
So I used to be a physiotherapist before I joined the police. I'm going to go with Swedish.
Police officer and a masseuse. Is there no end to your talent? For another £100. There you go, another £100 goes in there. OK, have you worked out what connects them all? Let's have a look. What do you reckon the question's going to be about?
Either going to be something to do with language or food.
OK, well, here is your unbeatable question. There you go. Which of these languages is spoken by the fewest people in the world? Greek, Persian, Danish, Mandarin, Swedish, Dutch. Now, one of those answers is unbeatable. If you pick it, you get £500, £400 for the second answer, £300 for the next, and so forth to 0. So, what do you reckon, Zach? Can you find me the unbeatable answer?
There's a lot of overseas territories that would speak Dutch. The Danish travelled quite well. Mandarin's obviously from China, quite large area that'll speak that language. I'm gonna go with Greek, I think, because I think that's the smallest of the lot.
OK, let's bring Greek down. Now, you've got a decision to make, Zach. If you're confident that Greek is unbeatable, you can press your buzzer. If you're right, it's worth £1,000. But the risk is, if you're wrong, you'll go through adding no more money to your bank. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. You were tempted, though, weren't you?
Yeah.
Well, £500 is the maximum that you can get now, so let's find out if Greek is unbeatable. Oh, £300, so not bad. Third answer on the board. Let's have a little look how they all stack up, and our unbeatable answer was, in fact, Danish, 6 million speakers. Swedish was 10 million, Greek 13 million, and all the way through to 1.1 billion Mandarin speakers. Zach, £500 is in your bank, and we'll see you in the next round.
Brilliant, thank you.
Cheers. Next up, it's Claire. Hello, Claire.
Hi, Jason.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dartford in Kent.
And what do you do for a living?
Salesperson.
You're not the ones ringing us at tea time, are you?
Yeah,
Oh.
kind of.
Boo. Any hobbies away from work?
Love theatre, love comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything 80s. I like going to 80s parties.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You've got quite an unusual fear, I hear.
Yeah, Planes. It's just the fear of being surrounded by a load of planes. It's like being in an aircraft museum or something.
So the aircraft museum, not for you. You look scared just talking about it.
Yeah.
So if you won some money today, Claire, what would you spend it on?
Would like to take my mum back to New York.
On a plane? Are you going to be all right with this? I'm
Yeah,
worried
no,
about
see,
you.
I'm fine flying when I'm actually there.
Inside the plane's fine.
Inside the plane's fine.
But
It's
being,
actually
like,
seeing it.
ganged
being
up on
next
by a
to
load
it.
of
Yes,
the actual
that's
vehicles.
exactly it.
So nice to go to New York with your mum.
Yes, I'd like to go back there.
Lovely. So you've seen how it works. Zach's played the first round already.
Yeah.
I wonder if you will be a little bit braver with that unbeatable buzzer. £500 to beat. Here's your first money-making question. What name does Tom Hanks' character give to his volleyball in the film Castaway? Wilson or Jones?
Definitely Wilson.
All right, for £100. Yeah, there you go, £100. For another £100, let's get your next moneymaker. Which river flows for over 300 miles from the Adirondack Mountains to New York Bay? Meuse or Hudson? Somewhere you want to go? Do you know about the geography around it?
I'm going to go Hudson.
Let's find out. It is, well done. Another £100 goes in, Claire, and we get your third moneymaker. Can we get the hat trick? What was the title of George Michael's first solo album? 80s stuff's come up now as well. Faith or George?
Faith.
Faith, let's have a look. Look at that, clean sweep, £300. Well, you couldn't have asked for three better questions
No,
there, really,
that's-
could you?
No, that's
Brilliant
really
stuff.
good.
So, will your luck continue? Let's bring all 6 of those answers back. Any idea what connects them all, Claire?
Singers, maybe?
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Let's get the question. Ah, The Voice. Which of these coaches on The Voice UK is the youngest? Hudson, Wilson, George, Jones, Faith, Meuse. Do you watch The Voice?
Yes, I do. I'm going to go with Meuse.
Meuse, who do you reckon this is?
Ollie Meuse.
Ollie Meuse.
It's got to be Ollie
Lovely
Meuse,
Ollie
isn't it?
Meuse. OK, so you've got a decision to make now, Claire. If you're feeling brave, you can press that buzzer. It's worth £1,000. If you're right, you'll go through with maximum money in your bank. If you're wrong, though, you'll only go through with £300. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Claire.
I'm not going to risk it.
This is the time to be risky.
Ah, yeah.
You can still win £500 if Ollie Meuse is the youngest of the Voice UK judges. Let's find out. Yes, it was an unbeatable answer. So not the £1,000, but we had £500 to your bank, so that puts you in the lead. £800. Let's have a little look at the answers. Ollie Meuse, 1984. Jennifer Hudson, September 81. Paloma Faith, July 81. Ricky Wilson, 1978. Boy George, 1961. And Sir Tom Jones, 1940. So, Claire, £800 puts you in the lead, and we'll see you in the next round.
OK, thank you.
Well done, Claire. Next up, it's John. Hi, John.
Hi, Jason.
Where are you from?
London.
And what do you do?
I'm a cinema team member.
Oh, brilliant. I used to do that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
Well, films are fun. Customers, not so much.
I got one rang me up once. He said, has this new film Gladiator got anything to do with the TV series?
Oh.
Anyway, sorry, John. It's not about me. It's about you. What about hobbies and interests, John? What...
Aside from film, obviously,
Yeah.
theatre, and also, which is a bit weird, transportation as well.
You like transportation?
Not like riding transportation, but, you know, infrastructure and stuff.
Oh, OK.
Yeah,
Claire looked a little bit panicked then when you said you like that, so very much the opposite. when it comes... I hear you're quite a daring person, John.
Yeah, I once did a stand-up comedy routine without any materials. You know what it's like, Jason.
I do know what it's like, yeah. Yeah, I quite often get up with no material, to be honest. John, to go through into the next round solidly in the lead, you will have to press that unbeatable buzzer. £800 to beat. Here is your first money-making question. Which mountain chain runs parallel with the Mediterranean coast through southern Turkey? Taurus or Aquarius?
Geography is not my strong point, so I'm probably going to say Taurus.
Taurus. Let's find out for £100. It is. Well done. Yeah, there you go, £100. Let's get a second question up for you. What is the surname of the snooker player who was the co-host on the TV show Big Break? Virgo or Leo?
I did watch this as a kid. Virgo.
Good show, wasn't it? Let's find out if it's Virgo. Yeah, John Virgo, of course. Another £100 goes in, and for a clean sweep, let's get our third moneymaker. What is the nickname of the villain in the Clint Eastwood film Dirty Harry? Gemini or Scorpio? Now, you're a big film fan.
Yeah, but it was before my time.
Oh, cool.
But I think Gemini seems unlikely. I think I'll go for Scorpio.
Scorpio seems more likely. All right, let's find out. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of logic, John. Yes, I love that celebration. £300 goes into your bank, so you've got the hat trick so far. But can you push yourself into the lead? Are you feeling daring?
I think I know what the question might be, but
What do you think it's about?
star signs.
OK, let's have a little look. Yeah, that seems to make sense. Here is your unbeatable question. It's worth £1,000. Of these star signs, which comes earliest in the calendar year? Leo, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Scorpio.
Well, I know it's not Scorpio because I'm a Scorpio, and that's around November. Leo is about August, so I think I'm going to go for Taurus.
Taurus?
Yes.
OK, let's bring it down. If you feel like this is unbeatable, it's worth £1,000 if you press that buzzer. If it's wrong, though, you'll only go through with £300. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
No, I couldn't risk it.
well, you could still win £500 here. You could draw level with Claire. Let's find out if Taurus is unbeatable. Oh, it's the second answer on the board. So £400 goes into
bad.
your pot. Let's have a look what the unbeatable answer was. Aquarius, there you go, January and February. April and May is Taurus, May and June, Gemini, July, August, Leo, August, September, Virgo, October and November is Scorpio. John, £700 in your bank. That puts you in second place, and we'll see you in the next round.
Thank you.
Next up, let's meet Janet. Hi, Janet.
Hello,
Where are you from?
I'm from Salford.
Oh, born and bred. Great part of the world. And what do you do, Janet?
I am a medical secretary in a hospital.
Brilliant stuff. I hear you've got a little impression, shall we say?
I can do an impression of a happy tortoise.
OK.
Right, are we ready? They don't make a lot of noise, do they?
Are Ant and Dec around? I mean, I've so many questions, Janet, but we've got to crack on. Janet, if you won somebody today, what would you spend it on?
I think I'd like to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Put it all
why
on
not?
red.
Yeah, put it all on red. That's the spirit. OK, well, let's see if we can win you some money today, Janet. Here is your first money-making question. What is the first name of the actor who won an Oscar for his role in the film Jerry Maguire? Kenya or Cuba?
Cuba.
Let's find out for £100. Yeah, there you go. Cuba Gooding Jr. £100 goes into the bank. And your second question. The Banshee is a creature from the mythology of which country? Ireland or India?
I'd say Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Yeah, of course it is. The Irish Banshee, as opposed to a onion Banshee. So another £100 goes into your bank there. Let's get the third money-making question up. What is the surname of the star of the 2020 documentary miniseries, The Last Dance? France or Jordan?
The Last Dance.
Have you seen that documentary?
I have never seen that.
Oh, it's a wonderful documentary. I can see Zach nodding there.
Who's in it?
Nice try.
I'll go with Jordan.
I'm glad you did. Let's find out. Yeah, basketball legend Michael Jordan. Yeah, bit of a trick that, isn't it, The Last Dance?
Yeah.
But well done, £300, clean sweep. But can you go ahead by going unbeatable, Janet? Did you work out what connects them all at home? Let's have a little look. There we are. France, Kenya, India, Ireland, Jordan, Cuba. Let's get the question up. Which of these countries is the smallest in terms of area? France, Kenya, India, Ireland, Jordan, Cuba. What do you reckon, Janet? You done much travelling, been to many of these places?
I've been to France and Ireland.
What could we rule out?
I think Kenya or India are the biggest. Rule those two out.
So you can rule those two out.
It depends between Cuba and Jordan now. Right, I'm going to go with Cuba.
Cuba. All right, let's bring Cuba down. If you reckon Cuba is unbeatable, you can press that buzzer. It's worth £1,000 if you are right. If you press it and you're wrong, though, you'll just go through with the 300. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not confident.
OK, so the only way you can draw level now, Janet,
Yeah.
is if Cuba is unbeatable. It's worth £500.
Okay.
Let's find out. Oh, it wasn't. It's the third answer on the board. Let's have a little look at the answers. It was Ireland.
Ireland,
70,000 square kilometres Ireland. 89,000 square kilometres Jordan. 111,000 square kilometres was Cuba, Janet. Right through to India at 3.2 million square kilometres. So, £600 to take through to the next round. We'll see you shortly. That's the end of the moneymaker. Let's have a look at what you have banked. Zach in last place at the moment, £500. £600 for Janet, £700 for John. Claire just ahead with £800. Nobody has pressed that unbeatable button yet, and it's time for the head-to-head. In this round, the contestants will compete against each other to stay in the game. Claire, you've banked the most money, so you get to pick which one of these three you want to go up against.
We'll go for movie fan John.
We're going to go with John. All right. It's time for Claire versus John. Let battle commence. OK, Claire and John, it's now a game of survival. One of you will be going through to the next round. The other will be leaving with nothing. The first to two question boards stays in the game. You'll both face the same question board. Take it in turns to choose me an answer. You want to pick the unbeatable answer, but if you can't find it, just find me an answer that beats your opponent. Here is your first question board. Which of these female politicians is the oldest? Theresa May, Nicola Sturgeon, Hillary Clinton, Jacinda Ardern, Angela Merkel, Julia Gillard. OK, Claire, you've got the most money. How's your politics knowledge?
I know 4.
OK, well, that's a good start. We're looking for the oldest.
Oldest. I think I will just stick with Theresa May.
Theresa May.
Yes, please.
If only we had. John, what do you reckon?
I think this is a good board for me, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it's actually, I think it's Hillary Clinton because she's slightly younger than Joe Biden, if I remember correctly.
OK.
Or no, Donald Trump, actually. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. Not going to say how old.
No, we're both gentlemen, John.
I'm going to go for Hillary Clinton.
OK, Hillary Clinton. You've both chosen your answer. But do either of you think you've got the unbeatable answer? If you do, you can hit that buzzer. It's worth £1,000 and the first board. If you press it and you're wrong, though, you'll hand that victory and £100 to your rival. It has not been pressed today. You've got 3 seconds to decide.
3, 2, 1.
No, I couldn't risk it.
Do they work, these, or what?
You threw me.
Sorry.
Thought you knew.
No, I had doubts.
You can watch the rest of this show over on BBC Two. Right. So, we'll battle it out. One answer at a time. It's worth £100 for each battle that you get right. The first 2 battles wins the board. We've got your first 2 answers. Theresa May versus Hillary Clinton. We're looking for the older of the 2 politicians. Let's find out. It was Hillary Clinton. Well done. So £100 goes into your bank. You win the first battle, and you get next pick. John, if you can find me the oldest from these 4, you've won the first board.
Angela Merkel.
Angela Merkel. Claire.
Julia Gillard.
Julia Gillard. OK. If it's Angela Merkel, John, you have won the first board. Let's find out. Oh, very good. It was Angela Merkel, 2 battles to 0, and the first board goes to John with £100. But did John have the unbeatable answer? Let's have a look. It was.
Oh, no.
You've just missed out on £1,000 there, John. Hillary Clinton was our unbeatable answer, 1947. Angela Merkel was 1954. Theresa May, which is what Claire went for, 1956. All the way through to Jacinda Ardern, 1980. So John is ahead. Claire, you need to win this next board to stay in the game. Let's have a look. Of these 6 street names, which is the most common in the UK? Farm Lane, Victoria Road, Grange Road, Station Road, Church Lane, West Street. This is according to data from the Ordnance Survey. John, you get first pick here. If you can find me the unbeatable answer, you will sail through to the next round. What are you thinking?
I'm just going to have a punt at Church Lane.
Church Lane. OK. What about you, Claire? Can you find me an answer to stay in the game?
I'm thinking Station Road. A lot of train stations.
OK, let's find out. Station Road. But which is the most common road in the UK? If either of you feel unbeatable, you can press that buzzer. If you're right, Claire, that would keep you in the game. John, it would send you through to the next round. But if you're wrong, you would hand that board to your rival. Your 3 seconds to decide starts now.
3,
Oh, Claire's in it to win it here.
Someone's got to hit it today.
Absolutely. I'm just glad it works. Let's go through this one answer at a time. We're going to start with Farm Lane. But which one is the most common in the UK? OK, Station Road takes it. Grange Road is next. Let's find out. So far, so good. West Street is next. Let's find out. Yeah, so far, so good. Victoria Road. But which is the most common in the UK? All right, well done. Station Road, so far, so good. So we actually come up against John's answer, Church Lane. If it's Station Road, Claire, you've done incredibly well. You'll grab £1,000 and the board to get your level. John, if it's Church Lane, you're going through. Let's find out which answer is unbeatable. Yes! Well done, Claire! £1,000 into your bank and a board to draw level. Let's have a look how the answers stack up. So our unbeatable answer was Station Road, Church Lane our second, all the way down to Farm Lane in 6th place. Brave play, Claire. Absolutely smashed it. And we come to this final question board. Of these 6 tennis players, which has the highest world singles ranking? Novak Djokovic, Marin Cilic, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, Andy Murray, Nick Kyrgios. Claire, you into your tennis?
Not really, no. But
Yeah.
I know a few of the names on there. Nadal, please.
Nadal. Let's bring him down. John, what about yourself? In between movies?
Andy Murray's not it because he's had a lot of injuries lately.
Careful, don't say too much. Claire could be listening.
Just gonna, my first process to say Novak Djokovic.
OK, Novak Djokovic. You've both chosen an answer. Are you feeling brave enough to go unbeatable? As you've seen, it's worth £1,000 and the board. If you're right, you've got 3 seconds to decide.
3,
Whoa!
Let's hope you're right.
Not for you, John. You wanted to be wrong. Claire.
Not confident, but I wouldn't know how to battle it out either, so let's just go for it.
OK, that's the spirit. We'll start with Nick Kyrgios. But which has the highest world singles ranking? OK, 15 low. Next is Andy Murray. Let's find out. Yeah. Roger Federer is next. Can Nadal beat Federer? Let's find out. Very good. Marin Cilic is next. Rafael Nadal versus Marin Cilic. Let's find out. Yes, well done. So it comes down to Novak Djokovic. So once again, the 2 answers that you've both picked are the first and second. But which is it? Claire, were you right to press that buzzer one more time? It's worth £1,000 and the board to send you through if you're right. If you're wrong, though, you've just sent John through to the next round. Let's find out if Claire is unbeatable. Oh, Claire!
I knew it. I knew it.
What a range of emotions that was just then. It was everything.
Oh, my goodness.
John, you bang £100 and that second board to send you through. Let's have a look at the answers as they stack up. Our unbeatable answer as of June 6, 2022 was Novak Djokovic, who's the world's #1. Nadal was #4 in the end there, Claire. all the way through to Nick Kyrgios at number 78. Claire, who's got to send you back to Kent?
Oh, no.
Well, what a shame. Have you had a lovely day?
Yes, I've had a lovely day. Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Claire, everybody. Oh, John, well played. You were calm and collective there.
I should have pressed the button, though.
You should have pressed the button. You'd have had another £1,000, but not too bad. £1,000 in the bank, and you are through to the next round. But who will he face? It's time for Janet versus Zach. OK, Janet, Zach, you've seen the game being played. You know how it works. Same as before, first to two boards will go through. Here is your first question board. Which of these vehicles has or had the most wheels? Humvee, Concorde, Christian Bale's Batmobile, Unicycle, Segway, Sinclair C5. Janet, you got the most money. What do you reckon? Most wheels.
The most wheels. I'm going to go with a Humvee.
The Humvee.
Yes.
Let's bring that down then. All right, Zach.
I'm going to guess Concorde.
Concorde. OK.
Planes do tend to have quite a lot of wheels without us really seeing them.
OK, well, you've both chosen your answer. But do either of you think you've got the unbeatable answer? You've seen how it's done. Claire got one right, she got one wrong. Are you feeling brave? It's worth £1,000 and the board if you are correct. If not, though, you hand that victory to your rival. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2.
All right, there we go. As quick as Concorde then, weren't you? We'll go through this one answer at a time. We'll start with the unicycle. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah, just the one. Of course. Segway's next. Segway versus Concorde. We're looking for most wheels. Yep. Just the two for the Segway. The Sinclair C5. Let's find out. Concorde takes it. Just the three on the Sinclair C5. The Humvee is next, which is what you went for, Janet. Which has more wheels? Let's find out. So, Janet, you were wrong. Lucky you didn't press that buzzer.
Yeah.
But there's still a chance you could take this if Christian Bale's Batmobile has more wheels than Concorde. You're looking nervous now, Zach.
I think it has 6.
Christian Bale's Batmobile versus Concorde. We're looking for which of these two vehicles has the most wheels. Zach, if you're right and it's Concorde, you'll win £1,000 on the first board. Let's find out. Yes, well done. It was Concorde, so let's pop £1,000 into your bank and you win the first board, and we'll see how these answers stack up. Concorde, 12 wheels. Christian Bale's Batmobile, 6 wheels. Humvee stands for High Mobility Multi-Purpose Wheeled Vehicle. That has 4 wheels, all the way down to just the 1 wheel on the unicycle. 1 board to 0. Janet, you need this next one to stay in the game. Let's have a little look at your question. Of these 6 ranks in the Catholic Church, which is the lowest? Bishop, priest, cardinal, archbishop, deacon, pope. Zach, you get to go first. If you can find me the unbeatable answer, you'll win the board and go through.
I'm basing all of my answer upon this on Father Ted.
You never know where knowledge comes from.
I'm going to say that the priests are the lowest.
OK, let's go with priest then. What about you, Janet?
I agree that it is priest.
Oh?
Yeah.
What do you reckon then?
I'll say bishop.
Bishop.
But
all
I do
right.
believe it's priest.
OK, well, let's bring bishop down. We're looking for the lowest rank in the Catholic Church. Do either of you reckon you've got the unbeatable answer? You both think it's priest, but is Janet playing a game? You've got 3 seconds to decide.
3,
Only need 1.
Fantastic stuff. So, Zach, you've gone for priest. Let's go through these one answer at a time. We'll start with the highest, which, of course, is pope. So, here we go. Pope versus priest. Let's find out. Yep, nice and easy. Next, it's cardinal. Let's find out. Yeah, there you go. So far, so good. Archbishop is next. But which is lowest in the Catholic Church? Yeah, very good. Bishop's next. This is what you went for, Janet. Let's find out. Yeah, very good. So we come down to deacon versus priest. If it is priest, not only have you won £1,000, you've won the second board. With his knowledge of Father Ted, will it send him through? Let's find out. Oh, it was deacon. Janet takes it.
No way.
It is way. Go on, go on, go on, go on. £100 goes into your bank and you win that board. Let's have a look at the answers as they stack up. One board each, and a deacon is a trainee priest. Second answer was priest, third was bishop, fourth archbishop, cardinal fifth, and the pope, of course, was our bottom answer. Wow.
Gutted.
Absolutely gutted. You were so sure.
I was.
OK, let's have a look at your final and deciding question board. Of these 6 TV personalities, who was an official Blue Peter presenter first? Anthea Turner, Connie Hook, Helen Skelton, Zoe Salmon, Diane Louise Jordan, Yvette Fielding. OK, Janet, you watch much Blue Peter?
I did in the day, back in the day, yeah, definitely.
Any of these presenters that you know?
I've heard of them all, and it's down to 2. I'm going to go with Anthea Turner.
Anthea Turner. Let's bring her down. What about you, Zach? Were you like a BBC kid or an ITV kid?
Oh, a bit of both.
Yeah.
I did used to watch Blue Peter, but it's a complete punt. I'm going to go with Connie Hook.
Connie Hook. OK, let's bring Connie Hook down. If either of you feel you've got the unbeatable answer, press your buzzer. It's worth £1,000 if you are right. If you're wrong, though, as we've seen, you will hand that victory to your rival. You've got 3 seconds to decide.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Zach trying to psych Janet out. Now, what we do is we battle this out, one answer at a time. We've got your first 2 answers, Anthea Turner versus Connie Hook. But who became an official presenter for Blue Peter first? It was Anthea Turner, so first battle to you, Janet, and £100 goes into your bank. Zach, you need this one to stay in the game. Do you know all 4 names?
I know 2 of them. I know Skelton and Fielding, but again, it's just going to be a shot in the dark. I'm going to try Helen Skelton.
All right, Janet, who do you reckon?
I'm going to go for Yvette Fielding.
Yvette Fielding.
Yes.
If it's Yvette Fielding, Janet, you'll have won the second battle and the second board. Zach, you need it to be Helen Skelton. Let's find out. Oh, it was Yvette Fielding, of course. There we are. So second battle goes to you, Janet, and the second board. We'll put £100 in there as well. Let's have a look how the answers stack up. Here's the board I made earlier. Well, our unbeatable answer was Yvette Fielding. 1987, she first hosted Blue Peter. 1990 was Diane Louise Jordan, all the way through to Helen Skelton, most up to date in 2008. Zach, it means, unbelievably, we have got to say goodbye. What a shame. Have you had a fun day?
It's been great. It's a great experience.
Zach, everybody. Janet, £900 in your bank, and it's time for the decider. Whoever wins will play for their bank in today's final. It's John versus Janet. OK, Janet and John, I've read all your books. Here is how this next round works. You'll take it in turns to choose an answer. The first player to find the unbeatable answer wins the board, and the sooner you find it, the more money you will bank. The first of 2 boards wins the game. Here is your first question. Of these 6 places, which does the River Severn pass by last on its journey from its source to the sea? Worcester, Gloucester, Shrewsbury, Ironbridge, Tewkesbury, Welshpool. John, you banked the most money. You get to go first. You said geography wasn't your strong point.
No, I think this is going to be probably the death of me, but never mind.
Well, it's not that sort of show. Imagine. Have him killed. What do you reckon, John?
I'm just going to take a guess at Shrewsbury.
Let's bring Shrewsbury down. It's worth £1,000 if Shrewsbury is unbeatable. It was actually the 5th answer on the board. Janet.
I am going to go with Welshpool.
Welshpool. it's worth £800. And the first board, if Welshpool, is unbeatable. No. That was the bottom answer on the board, so if you guys can do better, that'd be great. OK, so we're looking for the place it passes last on its journey from source to the sea.
I'm going to say Gloucester.
Gloucester. OK, let's bring Gloucester down. It's worth £600 on the board. Let's find out. Yes! £600 goes into your bank and you win the first board. You seem very surprised, John.
Yes, yes. My lack of river knowledge paid off.
Certainly did. Let's have a look how the answers all stack up. Which means our unbeatable answer was Gloucester, Tewkesbury second, all the way down to Welshpool in sixth. So, Janet, you need this next board to stay in the game. Which of these things happens last in Charles Dickens' book, Oliver Twist? Bill Sikes is hanged. Oliver is arrested. Oliver meets the Artful Dodger. Oliver asks for more. Fagin is convicted. Oliver is shot. Janet, what do you reckon?
I am going to go with Bill Sikes is hanged.
Bill Sikes is hanged. OK, let's bring that down. If you're right, it's worth £1,000 and the board to draw level. Let's find out. I'm afraid not. It was the second answer on the board, so you're sniffing in the right place. John, have you ever read this?
I haven't, but I've seen the musical.
OK, well, that's a good
So
start.
I'm going to say Fagin is convicted.
Fagin is convicted. Janet's nodding. You think he might be right?
Yeah.
£800. And the board that will see him through to the final. Let's find out if John is unbeatable. Yes! He's done it again. Well done. Let's pop £800 in your bank and you win that second board. Let's see how the answers all stack up. Our unbeatable answer was Fagin being convicted. Bill Sikes is hanged is second. Oliver was shot third. Oliver's arrested fourth. Oliver meets the Artful Dodger fifth. And Oliver asks for more sixth. Janet, what a shame. He's got to send you back to Salford.
Yes.
Have you had a nice time?
I've had a lovely time, thank you.
It's been lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
All right, all the best. Janet, everybody. John, £2,400 and you are through to today's final. Well done. So here we are in the final. John, you've banked £2,400, an incredible amount of money.
I know. I should have taken a few more chances, though.
Well, this is the time to do that. We could still double that, £4,800 up for grabs in the final. If you won some money today, John, what would you spend it on?
Probably a ticket to Australia. Maybe not first class. I don't think I'll cover that, but maybe premium economy.
Depends if you're going by yourself.
Yeah, but I've got other family members. They're not cheap.
Telling me. So, in the final, you could win either half, all, or even double your bank to £4,800. And the great thing is, John, you get to choose which category you want to go for. And then it's down to one final question. Let's hope for a movies one. Here they are. Geography. Marvel.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or neither. Neither is potluck if you don't fancy geography or Marvel.
This is a no-brainer. Marvel.
I can't tempt you into geography?
No.
OK, let's bring Marvel down and let's hope it is a question in your wheelhouse. Best of luck, mate. Let's play the final. Here's your question. Which of these films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was released first?
I shouldn't smile, but...
You're smiling already. Black Panther, Captain America, the First Avenger, The Incredible Hulk, Black Widow, Thor, Ant-Man.
Oh, this is just fallen so perfectly. Sorry, that sounded a bit too confident.
Don't rush just because you're excited. What do you reckon then? Because not everybody's got your cinema knowledge.
The Incredible Hulk was 2008. That was just after Iron Man came out. Thor was May 2011. Captain America was July 2011. Ant-Man was 2015, but I can't remember the date exactly. Black Panther 2018, and Black Widow was last year, 2021.
Go on then, give me the answer.
The Incredible Hulk.
So we're going to go with The Incredible Hulk. I think you should have tested yourself and gone geography, John. So you picked The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
What I need you to do for £1,200 for half your bank is find me 2 films that The Incredible Hulk can beat.
Okay, we're going to start with the most recent. We're going to say Black Widow.
Let's go with the Black Widow. Let's find out. Yeah, well done. Halfway there. Right, let's get the next one up.
Black Panther.
This is for your economy ticket to Australia, John. Black Panther. All right. For £1,200, let's find out. £1,200. Very good. You've got a decision to make, John.
Okay.
I've just got to still do my job.
Okay.
I've got to try and create some drama.
I know.
You could leave now. Or we could play on.
We'll play on.
Okay, there we go. John, for £2,400, I need you to find me 2 more answers up there that the Incredible Hulk can beat.
In reverse order, Ant-Man.
The Incredible Hulk versus Ant-Man. Which was released earliest? Yeah, there we go. And next up, what you fancy?
Okay, we're going to go for the second to last one. Captain America, the First Avenger.
Have you done this in order as well?
Yes, reverse order.
Hilarious. So, Captain America, the First Avenger. Okay, premium economy now. The Incredible Hulk versus Captain America, the First Avenger. But which film was released first? Yeah! £2,400. So, John, decision time. If you feel like you've got the unbeatable answer in front of you, you can press that buzzer. If you're right, it's worth £4,800. But if you're wrong, you will leave with nothing. I'm just going to leave it for you to think about it. So I know it's a stressful decision. Press the buzzer whenever you want.
Okay.
There we go. I thought that might happen. All right. It's actually the first time you pressed it.
I know.
Imagine how much money you'd had if you'd have been braver.
I could have bought my own plane.
You could have. All right, let's bring Thor down. This is for your first-class ticket to Australia.
I hope I'm right.
You hope you're right. I mean, we all do, but there is people at home going, go on, be Thor. I want it to be right, though. I really do, John. You've been a brilliant contestant. You've been a lovely lad. For £4,800, let's find out if the Incredible Hulk and John are unbeatable.
Come on.
I love it. I love that you're still celebrating like you could have been wrong. Brilliant. That was brilliant. £4,800. Oh, my goodness. Let's have a look how these stack up here. I mean, our unbeatable answer was The Incredible Hulk.
Yep.
Which was 2008.
Yep.
May 2011 was Thor. And most recently, Black Widow 2021. John, that could not have gone better. £4,800. That's going to get you to Australia, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, chuffed.
Brilliant. I'm chuffed for you. John, everybody, what a great fun player. I love it when it works out like that. Join us next time for more Unbeatable.